I am by the shores of Rivayala right now. That is Rivayala, very therapeutic. I'm just here thinking about the new YouTube update about the 8,000 watch hours that you have to attain for you to get monetized. Now, this is the place I spend my time when I want to maintain my focus, I want to calm my body, I want to clear my mind, and I just want to improve my concentration. It's a very calm experience. As I always tell you, my village does not have many people. Even if I take this camera around like this, you will never see anybody. So it's just you alone. The only thing you have to pray is that you have to be safe. Because if a hippopotamus finds you here, that thing can run very fast. And so, but this place is very safe. This place is very calming. You can harvest sand, as you can see behind me. You can harvest stones. You can, in fact, you can get building materials. Behind me, you can see stones. And even if you want to put terrazzo, there's something we call terrazzo, you can get very beautiful stones from here. Now, we are talking about the 8,000 public watch hours that YouTube has said that it will be in effect from February 1st, 2027. Now, for those who have not heard about the update, YouTube has said that it is increasing its monetization threshold, and you will have to attain 8,000 public watch hours for you to get monetized. Now, what does this mean for new creators? For new creators, it means this is going to be quite challenging, because just attaining 4,000 watch hours has already been a very difficult task. And now you have been told that for you to get monetized, you have to attain 8,000 public watch hours, and that is not going to be very easy for new creators. But again, is it very difficult? Is YouTube making it difficult for you? No, YouTube is not making it difficult for you, because right now you have to attain 4,000 public watch hours, and you must maintain the 4,000 public watch hours every 365 days. Now, what YouTube is doing, it is helping you to maintain your monetization status, because once you attain the 8,000 public watch hours, you only need to maintain 1,000 public watch hours for you to maintain your monetization status. I don't know if you are getting me. That right now, you have to get 4,000 public watch hours and then maintain 4,000 public watch hours in 365 days. So you have to make sure that you are not falling behind monetization threshold. But for the new update, you have to get 8,000 public watch hours and then just maintain 1,000. Only 1,000 watch hours. Okay? This river looks very nice. This river looks very nice. Some of you should come here. As you go to the beach, this is my cheapest beach. I can't call it cheapest because this is the beach we can afford. You can come here without paying anything, without traveling. This is the beach we come to when we want to relax. Now, what I recommend for people out there to do is to ensure that they attain 4,000 public watch hours before February 1st, 2027, because it is going to be very difficult to get 8,000 public watch hours. I can assure you that. Because the most difficult thing is to get the watch hours first to get monetization. It is very difficult. But once you get that, then you can get more watch hours. Like right now, I have 40,000 watch hours in 28 days. 40,000 watch hours in 28 days. That means that people sat down and watched my videos for 40,000 hours. 40,000 hours in 28 days only. Now imagine YouTube telling me that I have to attain only 8,000 in a year. That's very simple, right? Now, it is simple for a person who is already established like me. But for a new creator, it's going to be very difficult. So for new creators, it's going to be harder to get monetized. But once you are monetized, it becomes easier. So I am asking you to take advantage of the current monetization threshold. Just get the 4,000 public watch hours. And by that time, YouTube will now tell you to maintain only 1,000 public watch hours. So the time is now. Don't wait until that time for you to say that you want to join YouTube. No. Join YouTube right now. Get those watch hours right now so that it will not be difficult for you. Now, I want to go home. I've been here for quite some time. It's just that I've not been recording. I usually come here. Then I sit here for like 30 minutes. I relax my mind. Then I go home. So I want to just walk as I go home. I want us to talk about YouTube today. I want to talk about YouTube because a lot of people are not talking about it. Very successful people on YouTube in Kenya are not talking about YouTube. And I will be here to tell you something about YouTube, because I feel there is a lot of information that you are not getting. Enough information concerning YouTube and how it can improve your life. YouTube has been here for a very long time. It has fed people. It has improved the lives of people. It has provided you with information, and it is going to be here for many, many years, because I don't see any competition of YouTube right now. We've had other platforms like TikTok. TikTok cannot match YouTube. We have Facebook, which is struggling to match YouTube, because Facebook right now has audiovisual capabilities, and now you can watch videos and read text on Facebook. But it cannot match YouTube because it does not remunerate creators well, and so people with valuable information cannot go to Facebook. We have Instagram too, but Instagram also, no. YouTube is here. If you want long form content, you want structured content that has enough information to learn something, YouTube is like a university, bro. It's like a university, because you can come here and get a full course. When you get somebody with some good materials and they have created videos and they have labeled those videos 1, 2, 3, 4, when you click the first one, YouTube recommends the second one, the third one. So YouTube is not just about creating videos and making money. This is a place where you also learn other things. I learned about trading on YouTube. I learned about a lot of other things on YouTube. I learned about YouTube on YouTube. I learned about effective village living and how to make money online, like maybe writing, article writing. I learned it on YouTube. So YouTube has taught me a lot of things. It's not just about uploading videos, making money. This is a university on its own. So you can learn a lot of things. The reason why a lot of people don't talk about how YouTube can improve your life is because of the trauma that is associated with talking about money. A lot of people don't want to talk about money because of the shame associated with talking about money. So even if somebody makes good money on YouTube, they cannot talk about it because they fear that you will start saying they are bragging, or maybe you will attack them and maybe rob them. That is why they are hiding a lot of information about earning. But YouTube is a powerhouse. YouTube can improve your life, bro. Even if you are living in a thicket somewhere and you open a channel and then people become interested in your content, you are going to make a lot of money. Okay, so that is why I encouraged you to join YouTube right now and then become monetized immediately before the 8,000 public watch hours start. Now, I want you first of all to ignore people who usually say that YouTube in Kenya does not pay. Those views don't pay. Do you know what you are saying? Do you really know what you are saying when you say that YouTube in Kenya does not pay? You know, we've had that narrative for a long time. Even on Facebook, you hear people saying that Facebook does not pay well. Facebook does not pay well. I have, for example, somebody like Hoja Freak. Somebody called Hoja. You know, in Kibikusu they call it Hoja. He's earning like $1,500. Roughly $1,500 every month. That one comes to about 200,000 Kenya shillings. How many professionals in Kenya do you know they earn that? And you know, he has mastered the strategy of earning that. I see right now he has 2 accounts. So if one closes, the other one is active. Now, if both of them are very good and in good standing, monetized, he can make not less than $1,500 every month. So he can sustain 200,000 Kenya shillings every month from Facebook. I have told you here that I used to make around 60,000, although I'm not very active on Facebook right now, because I noticed that if I apply the same effort on YouTube, I make way more money. Facebook cannot pay me that kind of money. So you can imagine somebody's making that kind of money, and then some people somewhere are saying that Facebook doesn't even pay well. Facebook doesn't. How? How is it not paying well? Call Presenter Kai, call the MFB, call this guy called Nandua, call Hoja Freak, call anybody you see that they are active on Facebook and they are getting many reactions. Ask them, how does Facebook pay? They will tell you. They will tell you. And I have told you here that there is no magic when it comes to payment on Facebook. You just have to create interesting content. Now, on YouTube, my focus is on YouTube because YouTube is very interesting. YouTube will first of all deceive you that it is not paying well when you start. But when you become consistent, there is a spiraling. It's like the money jumps in a very interesting manner. And people are making a living on this platform, but they don't say it because you will start saying how they brag Huh? People, for example, let me just give one of the examples. Look at people like Jagero, for example. Jagero has a podcast, right? And we know him because of that. And he's proud of that podcast. Do you think he's doing it for free? He's inviting professionals like Jacob Aliet, like Omondi Otieno. Like, I see so many people on Jagero podcast. Do you think Jagero can leave other important matters to focus on the channel if it is not making money? And you know Jagero is not mentally ill. He's a guy who is very focused in terms of chasing his goals. Do you think he can go to his channel if he's not making money? Now, look at a person like Dr. Kingori, for example. Can Dr. Kingori do that podcast that he does when it is not making money? I want you to ask yourself. I know you will talk about the finance niche he's focusing on now. Let me leave Dr. Kingori because you will talk about the finance niche. Let's go to people who talk about very average matters, like Mike Check podcast. That channel that has 3 people with some guy with a lot of hair. It's like a mountainous hair on his head. Do you want to tell me that that podcast is not making money because it is Kenyan and it is getting Kenyan views? Then you hear people saying that Kenyan YouTubers don't make money because of the views that are coming from Kenya. No, people are making money. You see people like Tumbili on YouTube uploading videos all the time. Do you think he's not making money? People are making money on YouTube, but they are afraid to tell you because you will start saying they are bragging. I know that is the reason why people don't talk about money all the time. People who talk about money all the time are ridiculed. And that is why I had also decided not to talk about it. But let me talk about it because when I see people saying that they are looking for work, they are frustrated in life, but they have a camera. You find somebody with a camera in his hand and he has something important to tell people. And you can just open the channel and tell. It's not complicated. It's just about telling people something that you think it's important to tell people. And then you start making money. If you are somewhere and you have a camera, just open that channel, bro. It's going to make you money. Like I have told you, for example, I have 40,000 public watch hours in the last 28 days. And I have told you that the Kenyan viewers that I have are about 55% Kenyan audience and 45% is scattered abroad like US, Canada and all that. And then the revenue is very good. I am also shocked. It's not because I have a certain skill. No. It's because I just took my camera, then started talking about things and then moving around. Then I started making money. Then I realized, so this thing can pay. I'm also shocked. I also want you to be shocked. That is why I want you to open a channel right now. And then I want you to start talking about anything that you think is very important. Anything that you feel somebody can consume and then it can help them improve their life, right? Yes. So how can you start right now? There is no gatekeeping. For example, we don't have anybody you should go and consult that how can I join YouTube. These social media platforms don't have gatekeepers. And that is why people who have mastered this game, they are hiding a lot of information from you because they know maybe there is coming to be competition. And even YouTube itself has recognized that competition has gotten stiff. Creators are becoming better day by day. By the way, a lot of videos you see on YouTube, a lot of people have gotten better at editing, shooting videos. A lot of people have gotten better in terms of presenting information online. And so the 4,000 public watch hours now is a lower threshold. Now it has to be increased. That is why I'm recommending that you start a channel. You start a channel right now. Now, can YouTube replace your day job? Most definitely, it will. And I don't purport to be an expert of YouTube. I'm not an expert of YouTube, but it will. Because we have seen a lot of people who have been on this platform for a very long time and they are doing big things, but they don't talk about how it is helping them. That is where I want you to monitor. What is this person doing? If this person is producing videos after every day or every other day, for example, on Monday, on Wednesday, on Friday, they have a video on the channel. Just be sure that right now they are working on a video. Can somebody work on a video for a very long time if that video is not paying them? Can somebody stay on YouTube for a very long time creating videos if those videos are not paying them? That is not practical. When you see people on the channel, it is paying them. But when they are interviewed, they don't talk about how it is paying them. Like, for example, the person we know makes a lot of money on YouTube is Diana Marua, because he's broadcasting his own life, right? When you go to his channel, you can see his house, you can see the achievement he's made, like buying horses, and you can see how he's traveling the world. He doesn't do anything else. He only does YouTube, and it pays him better. So you can imagine other people that are also doing YouTube. Like, I have always given the example of Diana Marua, for example. Diana Marua is making a fortune from YouTube. And that is why I'm usually against people who say that they are faking life. They are not faking life. Bro, Diana and Bahati are not faking life. Diana is getting nearly 8 million views every month, roughly. And if you get 5 million to 8 million views, Diana is going home with not less than 500,000, nearly 1 million shillings every month. So what will prevent her from buying a GLE? When you see Diana being gifted by Bahati, it's not faking life. These guys are making money. Now, some people, when I talk about Marua, they talk about donations. That Marua is getting donations from people abroad. I see those comments on my channel that Marua should not be used as an example. Now, let's not talk about him, because some people have a negative outlook of Marua. I don't know why some people hate that guy. But let's look at another creator, African Tigress. There's a certain creator called African Tigress. I've been following her for quite some time. Now, African Tigress built a good house without asking for donations. She did not say, help me buy iron sheets, help me buy this, you can donate this. No. African Tigress made money from YouTube, built a very good house, traveled the world, and as I speak right now, she's in Jamaica. I think she was traveling to, she was in the Bahamas, or, and it all has to do with YouTube. She has mastered this game, and she knows how to make money on this platform. But then, so you can see, I'm giving you examples of people who are making it big, more than they would have made even in their careers. I've not talked about international creators, like, for example, Odemaya and Miss Trudy. People who've made so much money. Now, we will talk about international audience when we talk about those ones. Maybe you can say that those ones are beyond reach because they have an international audience. But even local creators are making it big. No. People like Lynn Ngugi, for example. You can see the way Lynn Ngugi is making a lot of money. And then somebody will say that Lynn Ngugi is making a lot of money because she's getting a lot of views. Even few views can make you a lot of money. A lot of Kenyans are not monetized. And so they have this false belief and false narrative about YouTube. So if you find somebody just randomly talking about YouTube, ask them, do you have a channel? Are you monetized? How many views did you get last month? How many watch hours did you get last month? And what was your revenue? Now, they don't have a channel, but they are experts in talking about YouTube and how it pays. You cannot talk about something that you don't have. And as I have told you, this channel is not saturated, so a lot of people are not monetized. For example, only less than 5% of all channels in the world are monetized. So when we go, like we come to Kenya, for example, only about 3% of channels that exist in this country, only about 3% are monetized. So a lot of people, 97% of people with channels, they are not monetized, they are not earning. And channels that consistently make about $100 every month, and they have sustained that amount, they are very few. So people who have good knowledge about YouTube are very few, but they don't talk about it. Have you ever had Lynn Ngugi creating a video specifically to teach people about YouTube? She will not teach you, but she's making millions on YouTube, but she's not going to teach you about it. The only person who tried to teach people is Diana Marua. He created a masterclass, and then you insulted him. You see, that is your problem. You want to learn something from somebody, they create a masterclass, and then you insult. Marua has faced a lot of problems. Sometimes I pity. Diana Marua is really facing it rough. He wants to help you, but then again, you hate on him because he wants to help. That is why I understand people who don't want to create videos about educating people about YouTube. And this is a legitimate thing. This is not like forex trading where people will tell you to join a Telegram group. You know, there are people who tell you to join a Telegram group that they want to teach you how to trade. Then you go there, then they give you a scam site. Then you go to that scam site, you deposit maybe $600. Then you trade, then you can't withdraw, or you lose that money, and then they make money. Then they come to tell us that they are forex traders. No, those guys are running scams. So people who are running scams are the ones you are giving a lot of attention. But people who want to teach you about YouTube, like Marua creates a masterclass, you ridicule him. That is why people like Lynn Ngugi now cannot teach you about YouTube. But Lynn Ngugi is in a very good position to teach you about this platform and how it pays and how it can give you money anywhere. Right now, I'm in a village setup. Look at that road. Our member of parliament has done a very good job here. He's making this road. He has put some gravel there. Then they have been pressed, so we cannot have mud here. So I'm just walking here, strolling from the river, from cooling myself. From cooling myself. Then I am making money while walking. Now imagine making money while just walking. Walking like this. Now, that I wonder, can you people please give people easy time to teach people about this thing? For example, a person like Dr. Kingori, I know he's making a fortune on YouTube because of his niche, but he doesn't have even one video telling you that this is how you can make money on this platform. And I know the reason he's afraid is that you will start looking at him from that financial angle. Then you start ridiculing him that you are bragging with your channel, with your money. You see, but the guy is making a fortune from that channel, and he has employed people. That channel has provided employment to so many people. I have talked about Mike Check podcast. You can see there are 3 people. Those guys are getting views. Now the bigger one, is Mkurugenzi. Mkurugenzi is getting crazy amount of views. Recently, he hit 1 million subscribers because of his stories. Mkuru talking about his different narrations and stories about different places. He can talk about this country. He can talk about things that happened in another country, or his personal experiences, explaining to you how in a very interesting manner. Then you will be glued to his videos. You know, these videos where we just talk and narrate things, we capture your attention, and then we get a lot of retention. And you know, the higher the retention, the higher the public watch hours, and then the more the money. Now, does Mkurugenzi have even one video teaching people on how to make money on YouTube? No. Now you see where the problem is. The problem is that people who are making it big on these platforms are not creating lessons on how you can make it. But then we have a lot of people who are not making it, and they have a lot of opinions on how money is being made on this platform. Now, what is the main source of income for people like Mkurugenzi? I know it's YouTube. Nothing else. Because if you have a platform that can make you nearly 1 million shillings every month, Mkurugenzi is making nearly 1 million. I'm very sure about it, because I now know how YouTube pays. That guy makes 1 million or more every month from this platform. But he has not taught you because of those fears. So let us also not try to ridicule people who want to teach about very legitimate things. Let's not only focus on ridiculing people who are teaching about Forex, and we spend a lot of time making fun of Forex traders. We can also teach about these things. As I said, I am not an expert. I came here to take a video of, this is a very swampy area. It's called Mushinaka. Mushinaka is a very swampy area, and you see houses in places like Mushinaka are absorbing water, and I don't know if they can fall or what, but we have a lot of water down here. This is clay soil. When you plant things, they don't do well because of the clay soil that clogs the pores of the roots, and so you cannot get high yields because of that. Though we have some people digging and planting things, they don't do well anyway. That is why people from this area went to Nairobi, a lot of them, because that is, they went to Nairobi because that is the best place they can get money and maybe establish their lives. So when people from this kind of villages go to Nairobi, I also understand that they cannot live well here, because even if they plant, they can't. There are no opportunities to make money here. But I'm giving you now one of the opportunities. Anybody can do this. As I told you, there is a very low barrier of entry. Low barrier of entry because anybody can create content. Anybody. I hear some people saying that the content is for some people, that some people cannot create content. Why do you say that? Why do you say that? Because one thing I know is that content is just about showing people what you can do. Or maybe just interacting. Have you ever been to Facebook and then you see a lady is just sitting there shaking mafurumbanya? Just shaking mafurumbanya and making money. Now, YouTube requires a bit of intellect. YouTube is not like Facebook. You know, Facebook, if you are dumb, you can make money even if you don't have anything in your head. So you just go to your Facebook, then you shake, then you make money. But on YouTube, you cannot come here to shake and make money. This one requires people with a brain. Bro, YouTube requires people with a brain. If you want to make it on YouTube, you must have a brain also. But if you, and I know a lot of people have brains, even if they didn't go to school. That is why people like Mayuguno are making it big on this platform. So create a channel right now. This is the best time to create a channel. Make sure that you have those 1,000 subscribers and fight so that you have 4,000 watch hours before February 1, 2027. Because by that time, it will be easier to maintain, not to attain. Attaining after the February 1, 27, it will be very difficult. But right now it is easy and it will be easier to maintain. So YouTube wants to pay more money to very few people and be among those few people, bro. Yes, and now somebody was asking me about my revenue. Just as usual, it's very difficult to talk about money, but allow me to talk about it. Now, I looked at my revenue in the last 8 days and it was about $500. Then I said, what? Just in the last 8 days, then I checked, then I saw it had jumped to nearly $500. And then I was like, what? So this is, now imagine this is the 8th day. I am just vlogging. I even told you I don't know the content that I do. Now this is a place called Mushinaka. A very big field there. You may wonder why people are not digging, planting or building houses here. It's because this area is a swamp. This area is a swamp and it's not even appropriate to build anything here. Not appropriate to plant anything. Only cows can come here to graze. So if I can make that within 8 days, now what will happen in the next coming 28 days? I don't know. I don't know where YouTube is taking me. I'm also just here recording videos. Now, if I can make that, then what about Dr. Kingori? What is he making? Now, if I make that, what about people like Jagero who've been here for a long time? What about people like Lima Queen? How much is Lima Queen making? Now I have started looking at it and saying that these people could be making nearly $500,000 every month. Look at people like, he's called David Wafula or who? How much is he making? The people that I'm sure are making a lot of money are people like Diana B, Mukurugenzi, and Mutembei. By the way, Mutembei, shout out to Mutembei. Mutembei is the one who told me to start being consistent on YouTube. Mutembei, shout out. I will set aside a special video for Mutembei and I will take some part of payment to give Mutembei because that was a school of me on YouTube. Mutembei is the one who... Mutembei, God bless you. So I'm encouraging people, do not listen to people who don't have channels telling you that channels don't pay. Channels do pay. And this is the best time to join. What I can just caution you is to make sure that you have multiple sources of income because you never know in this world. I had one source of income, one source of reliable income, and that was quite devastating. I used to depend a lot on writing, and when AI came, it knocked me out. And then I started having debts here and there. Then I was auctioned. Then my life just became devastating. My wife left. You see, your wealth is leaving, your wife is leaving because your source of income has dried out. So from that day, I don't depend on one source of income. I'm not telling you to depend only on YouTube. I also don't depend on YouTube 100%. I have other sources of income. If YouTube dries out or demonetizes my videos, I have where to get money also. So I make money from other things. But again, I'm advising you to give YouTube 100%. Give it 100%. Then give your other things 100%. The only challenge is about employment. If you are employed, it's very difficult for you to do YouTube because you cannot, it's very difficult. Let me just say like that. You cannot meet the needs of your employer and then do YouTube. It's very difficult. But if you are not employed like me, you are unemployed. You wake up in the morning like I woke up today. I did some 4 pages. I wrote with AI, finished. Then I did some other tasks, finished. Then I'm recording this video. And you know, right now we have AI. Then I'll edit this video with AI. Then I will finish, right? Yes, so they mine gold at the back there. As I told you, I cannot go there because it's very difficult to record videos there. Those people are usually very unwelcoming. But when something wrong happens, that's when they call the media. For example, when the soil buries illegal miners, that is when you find them calling the media, come record this, the government should help us. That is why we have approvals, like NEMA has to approve. We have different licenses that you are supposed to get because they have to do an assessment and confirm that this area is safe for mining and the equipment that are used are safe for people. But people just go there. These, I call them artisanal miners. They don't have necessary equipment to mine. So you find that they just go there, they start mining, and then you find they experience some challenges there. So yes, so let me finish my work as I go home. I don't want this video to be too long, but what I can just encourage you is that open a channel right now. Make sure that you have 1,000 subscribers. Make sure that you hit those 4,000 public watch hours. And make sure that you don't lose the 4,000 watch hours within 365 days until February next year. You have been given sufficient time to be monetized, because when it reaches next year, they will not demonetize you when you fall below 4,000. But right now, when you fall below 4,000, they will demonetize you. And this is going to be very good employment for a lot of you. Just the way you work hard on your job, work hard also on YouTube, and work hard on many other things that you are working on. A person like me, now I have identified another source of income. I never knew YouTube could pay me. I didn't come here knowing that I would make money, very, very good money. I listened to people who said that views in Kenya don't pay. They say views in Kenya don't pay and they don't have channels. They have never earned from YouTube very well. And so they keep saying, or they have never been consistent to earn for more than 5 months. Then they keep saying that YouTube in Kenya does not pay. YouTube in Kenya pays, and creators are making a lot of money. Look for people like Commentator, people like even his former wife, Lynn Ngugi. Just look at them, these small creators now, and ask them how much they made. Then ask them if they can make that in employment. It is very difficult to go to employment once you have started getting this kind of money. So that is it for today. Thank you for listening to me. This is Gidia Kali, and we shall meet again in another video. And I am out.